Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Pirates. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Greg Maddux, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Whit Merrifield next to bat, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat.
First pitch, 107.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. The next twin up, Lorenzo Cain, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting third, the shortstop, Barry Larkin.
Digging in, Barry Larkin. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now here's the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's 0-2 to Larkin. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Jack Morris, a native of Minnesota, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this one here today. A guy with over 2,000 career strikeouts. Think about it. He knows how to get swings and misses, and he knows how to paint the corners. Hopefully he'll bring some of that in this one here, and he should be fun to watch.
Digging in, Rod Carew. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Rod Carew.
Here's the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Hayward. He's there and records the first out.
Batting second, the left fielder, Enos Slaughter.
Digging in now, Enos Slaughter. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a liner. And a leaping try there, but he comes up a bit short as this is into left center, a base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
In now, Paul Molitor. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Kane is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Andrew Jones.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Andrew Jones. He's set and the pitch. On a line, that's a base hit into left field.
Hey, maybe we have something brewing right here. That has to be the case. When you're facing an elite level A starter, numero uno, you have to find a way to get to him. Any chance you get, maybe this is their opportunity early.
So now to the plate, John Olerud. He swings and grounds it to short. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Stepping in now, Tony Gwynn, as he rips it on the ground to second. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And Jones is in there safely to score the run.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
Into the box, Lourdes Gurriel. He swings and grounds it to short. Picked up by Larkin. Merrifield's right there to take the routine throw and retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Canada leads this one 2-0. Second inning set to go. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First offering on its way. Fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are 2 guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-Row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Here comes the first pitch. Ronald Acuna stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
Here's a huge swing by Acuna and a drive to deep left. And that one is gone. A solo shot here to left, and the Twins cut the lead in half here. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
And with one swing at a bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen.
Batting 5th, the third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
Into the box now, Evan Longoria. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. One out, nobody on. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
The 1-1 is a good slider, swung on and missed. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. But the Twins at least do get one back on this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The Pirates are out in front here, 2-1. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Benito Santiago. Here's the pitch. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Line towards center field. Acuna is right there, 1 down.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Greg Maddux.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Greg Maddux. First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2.
Now back, second baseman, Bob Young.
Striding into the box, Rod Carew. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to center field. Acuna is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. All set for the start of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Zach Collins. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. And now the Twins pitcher, Jack Morris. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. Windup and the 0-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
0-2. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. A swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way, and it's fouled away. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch out, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. They're down 2-1. Stepping into the box, Enos Slaughter. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And now pitch on the way. Here's a hard hit ball to the left side that'll be taken in out there at short. And it takes just 1 pitch to get the leadoff man here in the 3rd. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to center field. Acuna going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 25, Andrew Jones.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Andrew Jones. First pitch on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it, and that retires the side. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Lorenzo Cain. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
One of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Standing in now, Barry Larkin. No balls and 1 strike. fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. 0-1 is a circle change that's over for a called strike.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. So with a runner at first and one gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys working in pretty much the same realm. Just a 1 mile an hour differential from 94 down to 93 as the top speeds. So a runner on first with 1 out now. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. As a look, now the pitch. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Alonso is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. Kane stands at first with 1 out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Line shot to third base, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Acuna digs in now, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
A ball hit hard to the left side. And a leaping effort, but it's off his glove. And he'll reach first safely.
The third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1.
He's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And another foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Twins strand a pair. Our score remains 2-1. Catfish Hunter will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 27, Catfish Hunter.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, John Olerud.
First baseman, John Olerud.
Now the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Ambush tactics right there. But he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
In now, Tony Gwynn. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Kane is under it. And that's the first out of the inning. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting, shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. From the stretch. Takes this the other way to right. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Santiago.
Stepping in, Benito Santiago. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit out towards second. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate now, Greg Maddux fouled off. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Ready with the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward has a read on it, and that retires the side. All ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
The windup and the 0-1.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So now to the plate, Zach Collins. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Into the box now, Catfish Hunter. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Fouled away. One run on 3 hits and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. David Phelps, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Number 41, David Phelps.
So digging in now, Rod Carew hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Kane is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
The left fielder, number 9, Enos Slaughter.
So striding in, Enos Slaughter. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Acuna giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Now at the plate, Paul Molitor. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna's there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Whit Merrifield next to hit. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded softly to the right. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Count even now at 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Slow little roller to third. Molitor picks it up. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 11, Barry Larkin.
Up next for Minnesota, Barry Larkin. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
Down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. They're down 2-1. Drew Pomeranz enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 17, Drew Pomeranz.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next will be the imposing power bat, Andruw Jones. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And Larkin's throw is right there for the first out.
The first baseman, number 9, John Olerud.
At the plate, John Olerud. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First pitch on its way. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
To the plate now, Tony Gwynn. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Kane will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Now that, not shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
Settling in now, Lourdes Gurriel. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Drilled right back up the middle. Merrifield picks it up. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Scooter Gennett will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 21, Scooter Gennett.
Grounder down the line at third, but this is foul for the first strike. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Jose Osuna will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Number 36, Jose Osuna.
Out in front of it, strike one. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Alex Verdugo will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Verdugo.
First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Ball 1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Alex Verdugo is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now.
Now playing center field, number 36.
Yimi Garcia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 93, Yimi Garcia. Now it's third, number 99.
Hanser Alberto is into the game as well, as he's the new first baseman.
Number 57, Hanser Alberto.
Kyle Tucker will also come in now as he takes over out in center. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Benito Santiago. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Austin Hedges has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman. So here now is the pitcher, Greg Maddux. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
First offering on its way. And this is popped foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 0-2, here it is. Liner towards second. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
First delivery to him on the way. Hard on the ground towards short. There's Merrifield on to first to complete the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Stepping up to the plate, Enos Slaughter, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
He's set. The 0-1.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Pops this one up. Larkin ranging into the outfield. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Here's Jason Hayward now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's gone about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Here comes the first pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding his zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Right side and right into the shift. Peru has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Now to the plate, Zach Collins. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there. A bouncer up the middle.
Down to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jimmy Garcia.
Derek Hoover will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Derek Hoover.
Grounded slowly to the left side. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They still trail it here 2-1. Robert Stock is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 89, Robert Stock.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and standing in is the veteran third baseman Paul Molitor. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
The center fielder, number 25, Andrew Jones.
Digging in once again, Andrew Jones. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
At the plate, John Olerud. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. That's lifted the other way out to left. Kane is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away
The
now.
right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Stepping in, Tony Gwynn. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know that you have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Stepping in now, Lourdes Gurriel. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
I know one thing, with this homer, it might make the decision to send the starter back out there a little easier for the manager. You've got some wiggle room now, and he's been pitching well. So I expect they'll be having that conversation in the dugout. You know he wants to go back out there.
Tony Barnett enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Number 66, Tony Barnett.
In now, Benito Santiago. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Twins. It's now 5-1. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Whit Merrifield. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air out to right. Gwynn is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
The left fielder, number 8.
A reminder to stick around at the conclusion of the ball game this afternoon, as we'll get you full highlights of today's contest right here on the show. And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Sent on the ground out to second. Carew is there. Throw on to first will get him, and the Twins are now down to their final out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Ready for another shot now, Barry Larkin, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First delivery to him on the way. And he misses with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Final strike for the Twins. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Another one sent foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Two out here and a runner at second. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive it a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Canada jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Greg Maddux is credited with the win. Jack Morris worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Twins, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Play
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Pirates and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Orel Hershiser gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
At the plate now, Enos Slaughter. On a rope to the second baseman. And the runner gets back. No double play.
Batting third. The third base.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today. And they got their work cut out for him with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out.
Batting fourth. The center fielder, number 25, Andrew Jones.
Man at second here with 2 away, and here comes Andrew. Here's the first pitch to him. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Phil Niekro, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, man. Stepping up now, Andrew McCutchen. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Phillies, the center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Knuckler, strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Left fielder looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys who would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat and they can go deep.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Standing in now, Nick Markakis.
Markakis.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Bases are empty here, nobody out. I think I'd take that one too. It's 0-2 now. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Row, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Batting third.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Roberto Alomar. Will swing it from the left side right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Bases are empty, one man out. 1-1.
1-1.
Chopped in front of home plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
With that, a look at the Phillies batting order in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
You know, they better not sleep on that guy sitting in the 7th hole. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Into the box now, Eddie Murray. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Murray is, of course, a switch hitter, and he uses that to his advantage. He's one of the few truly elite hitters in baseball, and that's true no matter which batter's box he stands in. And he popped him up. Molitor is there, and the side is retired. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, John Olerud.
John Olerud.
pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Castellanos is there. One pitch, one out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 19, Tony.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gone! Solo shot to right center, and this ball game is tied at 1.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
So now to the plate, Lourdes Gurriel.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in, and out, D-row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Benito Santiago.
In now, Benito Santiago. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle.
Alomar fields it cleanly.
And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knots things up. On to the bottom of inning number 2, all even at 1 apiece. Bottom of the inning now, and coming forward the veteran outfielder, Nicholas Castellanos.
The left fielder, Nick Castellanos.
First delivery to him on the way. Ball and a strike.
1-1.
Looks at a knuckleball that finds the bottom of the strike zone.
2 strikes.
Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
And a strike as he waves through a knuckleball. Ready with the 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Gwynn will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting center, the shortstop, Paul DeJong.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product Paul DeJong. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. We played 2 full innings and we are tied 1-1. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Phil Niekro. 9-1-2 due up.
Phil Niekro.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Late that time for a strike. Hit back up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
To the plate now, Rod Carew. McCutchen patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
The batter, the left fielder, Enos Slaughter.
Now at the plate, Enos Slaughter hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air out to center field. McCutchen is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, the third baseman, Paul Molitor.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and that'll get down out there for extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives, and he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
In now, Andrew Jones. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. Niekro on third. Molitor on at second with 2 down. Oh, and Jones gets under this one and sends a high fly ball to deep left field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Andrew Jones, a 3-run home run as they take the lead 4-1.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be heading that way real soon if he can't keep the ball in the yard.
Stepping in now, John Olerud. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. DeYoung's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. Bottom of the third coming up. The Pirates lead this one 4-1. bottom of the third now. And now it'll be the catcher, Curt Casali.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Knuckleball, strike 3 called as that thing came back over the plate, 1 away. So next to the plate for the Phils, Orel Hershiser, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. To first, right to him. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Now batting, center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Andrew McCutchen. He'll look to duplicate his first at-bat when he homered to open the inning.
Not an easy thing to do because that knuckleball doesn't have a lot of velo. He was able to pull it, but keep it just enough fair for the long home run.
Fans, a reminder to stop by our auction tent here at the stadium. This month's celebrity auctions include MLB The Show merchandise, signed by Chris Cutlass and Scott Rohde, and even a lot of Nick Livingston beer. Fans, it's time to upgrade someone from the cheap seats to the best seat in the house, courtesy of MLB The Show. All right, time to draw the name. And here we go. Our winner is Kurt Gellenberger. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Pitch on the way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground toward the left. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at all to make a play here, so despite the effort, the inning will continue.
The right fielder, number 21, Nick Markakis.
Into the box, Nick Markakis. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. First time up, he went down looking. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Hit down the line at first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Philadelphia, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Tom Seaver will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring.
Tom Seaver.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Tony Gwynn. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and this will find the wall deep in the corner.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box now, Lourdes Gurriel. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Right fielder looking up, still ranging back. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
So now to the plate, Benito Santiago. Line to the right side. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Standing in now, Phil Niekro. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Oh-1, here's the pitch. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Markakis has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
The batter, the second baseman, Rod Carew.
Into the box now, Rod Carew. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Jason Schreier gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. At the plate now, Enos Slaughter. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Shreve has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter, the third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Into the box now, Paul Molitor. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Didn't waste any time like the first pitch he saw to keep the inning going. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
At the plate, Andrew Jones. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Pirates lead it 8-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring in the second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Now the 1-0. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Dan, that was a nice piece of hitting right there. He didn't try and do too much and stayed on that ball, took a knuckleball right back where it came from.
You know, and frustrating too, B-Roll, as a pitcher, when you make your living off of that knuckleball. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he just rifles this one right back up the middle for a base hit.
Into the box, Eddie Murray. He grounds it sharply to third. To Carew at second. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now. So base is empty now after the double play. And digging in is the outfielder, Nicholas Castellanos. First offering on its way. Slow roller down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Line drive to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies go down quietly there. It's still an 8-1 ball game. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the first baseman, John Olerud.
The first baseman, John Olerud.
He's set, and the pitch. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. This will kick up against the wall now. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Into the box now, Tony Gwynn. Into center field, line drive base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
There's one. On to first, a double play.
The catcher, number 9.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
Striding in once again, Benito Santiago. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Line drive to center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More spring training baseball from Florida following this. Coming to the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Fans, on your drive home, don't forget to tune in to AM 1750 for a full recap of our ball game. And of course, lots and lots of debate. It's the Big O and Grumpy Joe Show, featuring Omar Cannon and Joe Wilkerson. After the ball game, exclusively on 1750 AM.
Here it comes. Knuckleball taken inside for a strike.
Nope.
Knuckleball, 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 thus far. skied into straightaway right. Gwynn is there, 2 down.
The catcher, number 13, Curt Casali.
Stepping into the box, Curt Casali 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Now the pitch. Left side. Fielded cleanly. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Off a one leg in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. We're back with more from the Grapefruit League after this. Thomas Pannone gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So stepping in, Phil Niekro. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Phil Niekro.
First offering on its way. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Racing back the center fielder, and a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty V. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you've picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
Liner toward right center, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Check out the lefty as he absolutely jumps on that first pitch and hammers it to right. Got what he was looking for and put a good swing on it.
To the plate now, Paul Molitor. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen is there, and he has it for the first out. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Andruw Jones, and their runners at the corners now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Digging in and looking for more, John Olerud. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Swung on and chopped to first. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Pirates are out on top 11-1. Matt Duffy is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Duffy.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Andrew McCutchen. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. And a knuckleball over the outside corner.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. 1 out, nobody on. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And Andrew will roam over and put this one away for the second out.
The right fielder, number 21, Nick Markakis.
Coming to the plate now, Nick Markakis. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 0-1 the count.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
2 out, nobody on. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Slaughter will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Phillies down in order. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Matt Wisler enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 38, Matt Wisler.
Standing in, Tony Gwynn. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. Here comes the first pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Markakis is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting, the shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
Standing in, Lourdes Gurriel. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Digging in to try it again, Benito Santiago. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wisdom.
And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning. Joseph Austin is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Austin.
Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area.
Now the 0-1. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
In now, Eddie Murray.
Number 33.
Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. No hits to this point. The windup and the 0-1. And now this ball's in the air to deep right field. Looking up is the right fielder. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as it's now down to an 8-run ball game. This has been quite a hitting display from both sides. That's home run number 8 on the day.
Dan, they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Knuckleball upstairs, dangerous pitch taken for a strike. Fouled off. Ready with another 0-2. Knuckleball, strike 3 called as that thing came back over the plate, 1 away. Tyler Wade will come on as a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Phillies. Number 15, Tyler Wade.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field and deep. Back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, but they still face a 7-run deficit. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Joe Smith will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring. So Paul DeYoung digs in next, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Oh and 1, here it comes. Fouled away. Three runs already home here. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
At the plate now, Curt Casali, and he puts it on the ground to second. Taken in by Carew. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Canada is on top 11-4. Joseph Austin will remain in the game at second base after coming on as a pinch hitter in the last half inning.
Hernandez. Now at third base, number 15.
Teoscar Hernandez takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning.
Hernandez.
Tyler Wade will stay in the game, taking over at third base and batting in that 9 spot.
Now at second base, number 8.
And Joe Girardi's going to get up off the dugout bench and confer at home plate, so we'll likely see a double switch here. Fernando Abad will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Drew Jackson will also come on now, as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Edwin Encarnacion is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Rod Carew.
Standing in now, Rod Carew. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. In there, a base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debo. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
At the plate, Enos Slaughter sent out to straightaway center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Mullen.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line towards center field. McCutchen is there. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 25, Andrew John.
Next will be the cleanup. Danny Santana will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Heading out towards shallow right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Your attention, please. Now playing center field, number 41, Danny Santana.
Jesse Hahn is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. So striding forward now, Drew Jackson, and he's getting his first plate appearance. Here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Brent Rooker is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field.
Number 50, Brent.
Nick Ahmed is also into the game as he takes over at short. Austin Nola is also into the ball game as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate.
Now catcher, number 24.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Hahn, 30 years of age. He was taken in the very late rounds during the 2020 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Francisco Mejia will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Francisco Mejia.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. Here it comes. Hot shot down the line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Stepping in now, Nick Markakis. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hahn gets the sign. Here it is on 0-1. On a swing, and he popped him up. Off to the left in foul territory. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They'll need to pick it up. It's 11-4. Francisco Mejia stays in the ball game in the 9-hole and takes over out in center field.
Now playing center field.
Aaron Bummer comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 43, Aaron Bummer.
All set to start the ninth in this one, and here comes the first baseman, John Olerud.
The first baseman, John Olerud.
From the stretch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Hernandez is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
Number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Ready for another chance? Tony Gwynn. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard towards center. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
The batter, the shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
So now to the plate, Nick Ahmed, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Markakis in a few steps as he takes it, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Nola.
Now batting, Austin Nola. First pitch of the at-bat. Sent on the ground out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joseph Austin starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First delivery to him on the way. Lifted the other way out to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Eddie Murray.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Eddie Murray. He went deep last time up.
And he did hit a knuckleball out in this last at-bat, and that's not an easy pitch to hit out. Sometimes that knuckleball has a mind of its own. It darts in, it darts up, it darts down and away. This guy can handle a knuckleball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Molitor is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the ninth.
The batter, the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Philly down to their last strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
11-4 at the end of this affair. Canada blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Phil Niekro earns the victory on the mound. Oral Hershiser worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score, First, for the victorious visiting team, 11 runs on 18 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For Philadelphia, 4 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Pirates and the New York Yankees. Yankees baseball is next. Johnny Cueto, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Johnny Cueto's an interesting guy, man. Has a funky delivery. We call it the shimmy or the shake. He turns his back kind of Louis Tion style, throws from a lot of different arm angles, but his stuff is good. 93 to 96 miles an hour, good changeup, and a good hard slider. The key with Johnny Cueto, keeping his pitch count down early on in the game.
Stepping up to the plate, Rod Carew. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Into center field, line drive base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Boy, D-Roll, that's awful scary from a pitcher's standpoint, but what's it feel like when you hit one as a hitter that you know is going right at a pitcher?
Yeah, it's scary from the offensive standpoint as well. You know, you're taught to hit it right back where it came from, but those moments right there make you cringe as you're coming out of the box. We got lucky with that.
Into the box, Enos Slaughter, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Now a throw behind the runner, and it's in time to get him. And that, folks, is the danger of the hit and run. And now a look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
Hard hit ball to second. That gets down, and the inning continues. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Hyunjin Ryu, a Korean lefty, will be the starter in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he reminds me, he's the closest thing that I've seen to David Wells. You watch him throw, he's 89 to 93 miles an hour, kind of a big, loopy overhand curveball, does have the hard slider and the changeup. A good athlete for a big guy. You'll know if he's on early, he has to get his breaking pitches over to make his fastball effective.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
So that brings up the Hall of Famer Alan Trammell as he rips it on the ground to second. Towards second, Carew is there, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting third, the second baseman, Roger Hornsby.
Next for New York, Rogers Hornsby. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ryu looks in. Here it is. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We are still scoreless. So coming to the plate, Andrew Jones. He'll lead it off against Johnny Cueto. Here's the pitch. Chopper down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled toward right center field.
Damon is in pursuit.
He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Now at the plate, Tony Gwynn. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the third out. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Paul Konerko.
For the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Konerko.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike three called and a questionable first out of the inning.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on two strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And he puts it on the ground to second. Carew has it. And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
So bases are empty here with two gone. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. Ryu steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Fly ball out toward left center field. And Jones will make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1, 2, 3. We'll move to the third with no score. Striding in, Lourdes Gurriel, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
The shortstop, Lourdes.
Here comes the first pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Damon as he takes it for out number 1.
Batting it, the catcher, number 9, Benito Santiago.
At the plate, Benito Santiago, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the pitch. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. And they still managed to get an out on the play. Whoa. And looked like he really left himself open after he released, and this ball came back and got him pretty good. And without speculating too much here, it's looking, at this point at least, like he will be able to continue out there. We should hope. Ready now, Hyunjin Ryu. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Third inning, no score to this point. A bouncer up the middle. Beautiful diving stop to first. He's out. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. We played 2.5. No score on the show. Digging in now for the Yankees, Johnny Damon, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.